Now, it's a medical crisis that continues to mount in Maharashtra in spite of a strict warning by the Bombay High Court, a notice by the BMC, and even you had the yesterday Maharashtra minister saying that come back to work or let go of your fees for 6 months. Now we have Mayuresh who's joining us at the moment, also getting you this visual of a Sion hospital where allegedly a lady doctor has been assaulted this morning. Doctors refusing to come back to work. My colleague Mayuresh is joining us as well. Mayuresh, take us through now whether there could be an end to this crisis, or after the attack on the lady doctor, we are just seeing this crisis mounting.
Certainly, Devina, today is a day 4 of this strike called by resident doctors. Yesterday, though Maharashtra minister threatened them to cut or deduct their 6-month salary, but it has no impact. You can see that we have patients with us, we have small children with us. आप मुझे बताइए आप कहाँ से आए हैं और बच्चे को क्या तकलीफ है?
नागपुर से हमें हॉस्पिटल से रेफर करके भेजा था, उसको हार्ट की बीमारी है। मैं हॉस्पिटल जैन मैडम ने बोले तुरंत जाके इसको बॉम्बे में शिफ्ट कीजिए। वहाँ से हम तुरंत निकले, इतवार के दिन आए यहाँ पे। इतवार से हमारे तरफ कोई
आज क्या बताया आपको हॉस्पिटल में?
बड़े सर नहीं है बोले 4 दिन से हम यहाँ पे 4 दिन से आना जाना करे, अंदर कोई कभी जान भी देते, कभी नहीं जान भी नहीं देते।
अंदर दूसरे कोई डॉक्टर्स हैं?
हाँ, छोटे डॉक्टर हम वो छोटे डॉक्टर देखे तो फाइल भी देखी नहीं हमारी अभी तक। उनका रिपोर्ट भी जो लेटर लिख के दिए मैडम ने, आए थे उनका लेटर भी अभी तक नहीं देखी उन्होंने।
So certainly that's the story, Devina. Everywhere outside the civic run hospitals or the state run hospitals, patients are here. They are getting the answer that the doctors are not there, OPD is not working, only emergency services are working, and resident doctors are not there. And certainly it's a really tough time these patients and the relatives of these patients are having. We met this family whose child has got a heart problem. Earlier we met one of the couple whose newborn baby has got a problem in the eye. They were also refused to go. They were also refused by a security person over here. They asked them, the doctors are not there, you shouldn't go inside because no one is there. So certainly this kind of answers these patients are getting, and really they are having a tough time. As we speak about, as you spoke about the Sion incident, it happened yesterday night where an altercation took place between the medical officer and the family members of the patient. But the formal complaint has not been lodged. The medical officer has only lodged a complaint with the officials of Sion Hospital.
Well, a 3-month-old patient did not get timely aid is what the relatives of this patient had claimed, allegedly attacking this lady doctor. Mayuresh, be with me because I want to take our viewers through the other side of the story. Now, obviously patients are being inconvenienced. Obviously there is a crisis in our medical infrastructure right now. Hospitals are reeling under crowds of patients who are lining up as resident doctors go on strike. Even in Delhi, you've seen similar situation as well, because in Delhi, All India Institute of Medical Sciences doctors have decided to wear helmets, be on a strike now and join their fellows in Mumbai. But here is a reality that needs to be looked at as well. Doctors at risk. Over 75 doctors have faced violence at hospitals according to IMA study which was conducted in 2015. Also, it's interesting because 49% have faced violence at ICU post-surgery, and most of this violence is around 68% is from the escorts who come with the patients. And if there is an unfortunate incident of surgery not being successful, doctors are the first target. They're most vulnerable during visiting hours and also transferring of critical patients. And that's exactly why doctors have demanded a safer place for work. Let me go across to my colleague Parbina, who's joining us. Parbina, we had seen that there was a Doctors Protection Act in 2010 which said that any crime against any assault on doctors at medical fraternity would be punishable by 3 years, 50,000 fine. But clearly that's not enough. It's not even being properly implemented in Maharashtra. What are the aims doctors demanding today?
Well, the AIM doctors, all the resident doctors of instead just not aims of all the state and the central government hospitals will be not working today. They will not work today. Only in case of emergencies they'll be working, and the doctors who would be working will continue to work with helmets today in solidarity with their Maharashtra colleagues. They say this because they are very upset with how the Maharashtra government has acted to it, and said that if they do not come back to work, their 6-month salary will be deducted, or some doctors are also suspended and will be suspended if they do not come back to work. with this, they're very upset and they say that they will not continue this when all the residents doctors, the Federation of Resident Doctors, have decided to not work today. I'm outside AIIMS, and remember, this is one of the hospitals where patients from all over India come here for treatment. This is just the first hour of the day. Probably it is not as worse as how it is in Maharashtra now, but later part of the day it could be difficult because many patients coming in from different parts of the country. For now, we know that at 1 o'clock there would be a press conference by the Doctors Federation, the Residents Doctors Federation, and they will say what is the strategy and plan as to and how will they support their Maharashtra counterpart in this situation. And they are also opposing to this how the relatives of patients are behaving with most of the residents doctors so much that they reach the ICU as well.
Okay. Thanks, Parveena and Mayuresh, for joining us. We'll continue coming back to you. It's a case where there needs to be all stakeholders coming together and ensuring that this crisis is resolved for the patients and also for the doctors who are saviors for these patients. Now, taking